Yo, what is up, guys? Oscar here with a new video, and I'm going to be discussing some free agency moves that Washington have done and are looking to do, along with what the NFC East, around the NFC East, have done as well. So, if you're new to my channel, you like what you hear, you rock with me, give me a subscribe, hit that red button, smash that like button, give me a thumbs up, share the video, comment, because I want to hear your thoughts on the NFC East moves, and in this case, Washington as well. So let's get into the video. So last night, and I know that I'm a day late, so you can get after me in the comment section for being a day late. I wasn't able to make a video last night, so I decided to make a video to this morning, along with other free agency moves that Washington is looking to make. So the first things first, Brandon Scherff is franchise tagged for 1 year, a second year in a row that he is franchise tagged. He is getting paid $18 million a year. Oh, not a year, but for this year, he is the highest paid guard right now in the NFL. It reminds me that it's the Kirk Cousins situation all over again. I honestly don't. I don't like doing the franchise tag once. Is fine, but doing it back to back years. What is wrong with the Washington? What is Ron Rivera? What is Marty Herney? What is Martin Mayhew thinking? Give him a long-term deal, guys. The injury history is there, don't get me wrong, but whenever he plays, he's a difference maker for Washington. On that right side, he is a right guard. He protects the quarterback on that right side, so, only gave up one in the 13 games that he played last year for Washington, because he did get hurt for 3 games. He only gave up 1 sack, and he's an all-pro player, and he is the first all-pro player to be on a Washington football team since 1996, I think it was. So, man, like that really stings. I don't know, give him a long-term deal. I don't know if he would want $18 million a year. So I don't know what the holdup would be. If he's asking for 14, 15 million, I would bring him back, cuz like I said, that right side with Brandon Scherff and Morgan Moses, they're the most solid spot on the Washington front offensive line. They got to shore up that left side, but that right side, don't touch it. Don't touch it, because Brandon Scherff, he's a first round pick back in 2015 from Iowa. Has only given up 5 total sacks. Whenever he's played in total. However, he did get hurt. He only had 1 full season where he played all 16 games. He has been injury prone, which I guess that could be a concern, but that's why you need to strengthen. Don't weaken your offensive line by getting rid of your best players. You gotta shore up that offensive line by adding talent, just in case your number 1 talent, your number 1 guy is hurt. So don't get rid of Brandon Scherff. If you're going to trade him, if you're going to, let him go after next year, get a long-term deal done. I wouldn't be mad for a 4-year, $15 million or $14 million a year. Especially if Washington got the cap space. If they got the cap space, use it to shore up your biggest talent. So that's what I wanted to discuss first. Next, some more Washington moves. This is reported by John Keim. Washington is looking to re-sign Ronald Darby and Dustin Hopkins. And I'll get to those 2 players, but it's looking like Ryan Anderson and Ryan Kerrigan, Washington have not reached out to them to re-sign, so it's looking like those 2 guys are moving on. All I gotta say for Ryan Kerrigan, who spent the last 9 years of his career with Washington. Thank you, man. You have been you broke the Washington sack leading record last year. You balled out with the snaps that you were given last year. You had incredible sacks. You had 5 sacks with limited snaps. You had double-digit sacks 3 years in a row. Made the Pro Bowl a couple of times. And I understand that if you're not going to be giving the reps, you want out. But all I gotta say is thank you for being in Washington. The game that sticks out to me is when in your rookie year when Washington was taking on the Giants, and you intercepted a pass. You intercepted Eli Manning. So that's a memory that I would always remember. So I understand if you want to move on, but thank you very much, Ryan Kerrigan. Next up, not much to say about Ryan Anderson. Just second round pick back in 2017, I think. 2017 or 2018. Really hasn't done much. Bust for second round. So that it is what it is. Ronald Darby, resign him because even though he started out rough, he finally came into his own. Had one of the biggest games in the Detroit game. What other games did he play big in? The Bengals game. The Bengals game where he had a big game. Helped out Washington to a win with a few turnovers in the red zone when he intercepted Joe Burrow. But re-sign him. I don't know how much he would ask for, but re-sign him to maybe a 2 or 3 year deal. I wouldn't be mad at that. If he's asking for more than $10 million, I wouldn't, because it's just 1 year. But find a deal for him, because if you sign Ronald Darby, all we would need to do is find another corner, maybe in the draft, in the second round. And don't worry, another mock draft is coming at some point next week. So I'll do another mock draft. So re-sign Ronald Darby. Dustin Hopkins, why? Just why? Why are you trying to re-sign Dustin Hopkins? He was absolute garbage last year. Never made clutch kicks for Washington ever in his career. Why are you trying to re-sign Dustin Hopkins? Find a new guy. Find a guy. I don't know if there's any good kickers in free agency, but find someone in the seventh round, in the draft, or find a rookie free agent after the draft is over. I'm so done with Dustin. Why? Dustin Hopkins does not need a restructure deal, a re-sign deal. No, he needs to go. He needs to leave DC. Let him go. I don't know why Washington is bothering re-signing him. Again, this is reported by John Kine, of course. But I'm voicing my opinion here. Don't re-sign Dustin Hopkins. In other news, NFC East news, Dak Prescott signed a long-term deal. He finally got what he was looking for, $40 million a year for 4 years. So it's $160 million altogether. But from what I heard, that he could end up getting or earning $75 million at the end of this year, which I think is just crazy. I hope, Dallas fans, I hope you guys that's worth it for you guys, because I think you guys have bigger needs. But, I'm just a Washington fan looking from the outside looking in. So that is just my opinion on that. I hope Dak Prescott is worth the investment. He finally got what he was looking for, $40 million a year. My opinion, good that they paid him, but that's just way too much. That is way too much. He doesn't win big games at all. Was 1-3 last year before he got hurt. Should have been 0-4, but then the Falcons, choked away that game. But he has a losing record against teams who have a 500 or better record. So like I said, I don't know if the $40 million is well deserved. But I'll say enough about that. But alrighty, guys, that is it for some NFC East free agency moves that Washington and in this case Dallas are making. If you want to hear more, I would be gladly upload some videos. Just let me know what you guys would like to see or listen to. Just an update. I'm getting some new equipment to record for my podcast, so you guys will finally know the difference between what I'm doing now, and instead of me saying if you like what you hear, you're gonna hear me say if you like what you see and hear, because I'm gonna start doing actual videos instead of audios. But let me know what you guys' thoughts are on that matter. Alrighty, guys. Until then, like I said at the beginning of my video, if you like what you hear, you rock with me. Give me a subscribe, hit that red button. Give me a like, smash that like button. Give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Share the video, comment to let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the NFC East free agency. Until then, guys, keep it real. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.